Well, hello and welcome to Dino's Vault and welcome to yet another movie review. So, I'm just back from watching the movie Animal, and this review I'm giving it in English because it's a pan India movie and you can call it a pan world movie. Now, the first impressions after watching the trailer was intense, powerful, and very soul stirring kind of moments that we could easily uh, you know relate to after watching each of the scenes. Now, the movie in and of itself is very lengthy. I think the runtime is 3 hours 21 minutes, and they say they have chopped off still 30 minutes, which will be released in the OTT version. But still, do you feel the length of the film? But the answer is no, not really, because of powerful performances and very good screenplay, superb character development, and the depth of each character portrayed is absolutely immaculate and just about perfect. Now, if to sum up the animal in two words, it will be explicit and intense. Yeah, explicit, not explicit. It is explicit and intense. So, for the regular moviegoers, it might be a little hard to digest as the Indian audience. But if you've seen movies from Quentin Tarantino and other directors who go really, deep into the plot and character development and portray it in the most explicit manner, then you will actually understand and applaud that we have an Indian director who is really world class. So, hats off to Sanjeev Prendi Wanga for being a very raw and soul stirring director, because there's no shying away here, there's no compromise, there's no dilemma whether to do it or not. Like Sanjay Reddy Wanga is like, if he wants to do it, he is going to do it the way he wants it, and that is what works for this movie. Now, very rarely or very seldom do you see that works like these really relate and captivate the senses of the audience, because it's very gory, gruesome, as I told you, explicit. So it might feel a little awkward for you when you're watching it, for people who are not used to graphic content. So this is like a graphic novel. Yeah, it is like a graphic novel that has been transformed into a movie, or maybe it's inspired by a novel, we don't know. In the story, we all know that someone attacks Ranbir's father, who is Anil Kapoor, and Ranbir sets out to get revenge. But though it's just a one line plot, it's how well the story is woven along, around this one line plot, and the performances are absolutely stellar. I mean, I'll usually they give the rating at the end of the movie. I have to give this a 5 out of 5. Yeah, so I usually shy away from giving 5 out of 5 because there's always room for improvement. But this one is, it's like a director putting his heart and soul and giving it everything, and also the actors stepping up and upping the ante, raising the bar, and taking the experience to a whole new level. Now, firstly, let me tell you, it is not a family movie. So dare you not even think of taking your children to this movie. So it is primarily for the mature audience, who are adults, who have gone through a lot of stuff in their lives and who can relate to the emotions that are being portrayed. So for husband and wife, yes, it might work as a bonding, and it might work as a therapy also, because every couple goes through a lot of things, and there are a lot of things that Ranbir and Rashmika go through here. So let me not elaborate and go. It is a non-spoiler review, but I'll tell you one thing. There is one end credit scene that you won't want to miss. There is a surprise in the end, and that I leave it for the movie. Similarly, how the movie ends, we all know Bobby Deol is the villain, and he is absolutely amazing. I mean, he really steals the show every time he's on the screen, and that's what we want. Like, we want Bobby to make a strong comeback, and he's better than what he was when he actually debuted. So hats off to him. So it's all revolving around the director as to how he portrays every character, how much value he gives. So the star of the show, Ranbir Kapoor. I mean, he steals the show, he owns the show, he owns the movie, he owns the screen. He is absolutely spellbound. I mean, the performance he has given here, literally and figuratively and in every aspect, makes him the best actor in the entire Indian film industry, and you can say one of the finest in the world. So it is so good, so realistic, so explicit, and so intriguing that man, you have to watch his performance to be absolutely blown away in every frame. Be it anger, be it joy, be it sadness, be it comedy, a little bit of humor, and a bit of crude humor, adult humor. I mean, the romance, the friendship, he just portrays everything so effortlessly. I think he's a gifted actor. We all know that. It was just a matter of time. He needed a right kind of film to showcase his actual prowess, acting prowess, and this one absolutely takes his actual ability to a completely different level. And again, kudos to Sandeep for bringing that out of him. So Ranbir, the shining star of the movie. Then comes Anil sir. Anil Kapoor sir is phenomenal again. It's been a long time since you've seen a powerful role portrayed by Anil sir, and boy, this one will absolutely blow your mind away. And then you have the rest of the cast, but the actual surprise is Rashmika. I mean, Rashmika has very, very crucial moments in the movie, and the way she acts. I mean, I've seen her like a happy-go-lucky girl in Telugu movies. We've all seen her like a jolly, good girl next door kind of a role. But this one, goodness gracious, I mean, literally you'll get goosebumps when you're watching some of the scenes, and you literally feel the pain deep down inside. And that talks about the way she has portrayed her character more than you can ever imagine. So I think to level up with the acting standard that Ranbir steps up to, and trying to match that screen presence, I think you got to give it to Rashmika for going completely overboard and absolutely stealing the show. She is the surprise package. Watch out for her. Now, the length, runtime is there, but as I told you, it's like a graphic novel. It's like a slow burn. So every character takes its time to develop, and that depth of character is shown, and everything is showcased in a very brilliant manner. So you just can't stop but stand up and praise the kind of effort that has gone into making this movie, be it the background score, be it the songs, be it the camera work, the choreography. Yeah, the action choreography is phenomenal. It is not something we've seen regularly in Bollywood movies. It's not like that bodies bouncing all over the place. It's a little Eco Uwais kind of style, like the action choreography we've seen the Raid 2 or other Eco Uwais kind of action choreography movies. I mean, it's very, very intense and beautifully shot. Now, the background score, now the songs are brilliant. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the daddy song, the papa song, or Duniya Jala Denge, that gives you goosebumps every time you listen to it, and I can relate to it because I lost my dad, and it really talks about the father-son bonding and really highlights that. It's phenomenal. So the BGM in some instances, whether it was a mistake of the sound engineer in the theater, it goes a little bit jarring. So if they can sort that out, that'll be great, because it shouldn't disturb your ears. It shouldn't be distortion. It should be music. So the levels went a little too high in certain scenes. So that is one flaw that you can think about, but everything else is picture perfect. So you can't go wrong with this. But don't watch this with your family. Watch it with your friends, your loved ones. You're gonna be shaken inside out with the kind of emotions that are portrayed in this movie. So I absolutely loved it. This is an absolute blockbuster that's going to change the course of cinema, Indian cinema, because this will allow other directors to follow their heart and give it the 100% without compromising. Here is one brave director who doesn't care about rated R or R rating or A rating or adult rating. He just wants to tell the story the way he wants it, and he has told it in the most grandest way possible. And it's an absolute blockbuster, deserves all the applause, all the success it's going to get, and even more. So I hope that it breaks and shatters all the records to set the standard and raise the bar of Indian cinema and take it to a completely different level. This sums up my review. 5 out of 5 for Animal, 5 out of 5 or maybe 10 out of 5 for Ranbir. That man is absolutely magical, and the rest of the cast is equally good. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Cheers.